Hello everyone and welcome to Mango Monkey Learns Money. My name is Mango Monkey and every Wednesday I upload a new video on property investing. My goal is to inspire ordinary citizens of the world to become a millionaire, and I truly believe that you can achieve this status by saving and investing only $100 each week. You can invest either in property or in the stock market. Talked about how location does not really matter when it comes to buying a property. For the average person, buying any property with a little bit of common sense should still achieve a better outcome compared to not buying anything at all. To me, investing in property includes buying my own home. It doesn't matter too much how I use the property. What matters more is the fact that I actually purchased a property. In other words, I want to purchase an asset which goes up in value over time. So in the video I uploaded a month ago, I mentioned 6 different common sense ideas to apply when you choose a location. You don't need a perfect location and a perfect property, because if it is the perfect property, chances are you will be competing with another person and it becomes too difficult to purchase. So when you buy the property, you should apply common sense to both its location and to the features of the property itself. Today, instead of analyzing a particular location, I will analyze a particular property in Brisbane, which is being sold off the plan. This property looks like this. To me, it looks a little bit like a flower, but my friend told me it looks like a hamburger making machine. You know, the green stuff is the lettuce, the red stuff is the tomato, the white stuff is the bun, the structure itself is the machine. The machine spits out hundreds of mini hamburgers. So what are the features of Urban Forest, which is the name of this apartment? It will be completed in 2024. It has 30 stories. It will be covered in 1,000 trees. It will have 20,000 native plants from 251 different species. It will be the world's greenest residential building with 392 homes, a 2-level rooftop garden, and a public park. It will have a green plot ratio of 292%. This means the lot area will get 292% of green cover because of the vertical clearance for trees. Oh my god, how do I even begin to analyze this creature? This creation. Let me just start with the good stuff. The first good stuff is that it is definitely unique. When you buy a property, you actually want to buy something unique. I'm pretty sure I saw a house which sold for a very high price just because it was painted pink. If you own a piece of this urban forest, you are definitely buying into something unique. A potential problem with urban forest is that it cannot be easily changed. If you buy a house which is painted pink, you can just repaint the house with a different color. But urban forest, you cannot really turn it into a normal apartment building. Once you buy that, you are essentially stuck with it. If you buy something too unique, you are actually limiting the size of the market that you have when you need to sell the property. Only a fraction of home buyers will want to live in this kind of apartment. So yeah, with less buyers, you may need to compete with other sellers by reducing your asking price. The second good stuff is that this apartment may actually look good. I'll show you a picture from far away, but now I've seen some of their other design photos and boy, they look pretty good. The lobby certainly looks good. See, I would probably live inside one of these apartments. It definitely has the wow factor. One thing I do not know though is whether the final product will look like what's in the picture. You are buying this one off the plan, so that means you sign the contract to purchase today and pay a deposit today before the building starts getting built. Sometimes the final product can be very different from the advertisement, and the advertisement does not form part of the contract, so you may not be able to do anything about it. There are usually no pictures within the contract, so there's nothing to compare against. Now let's talk about some of the bad stuff, the really bad stuff. You remember how this urban forest building has 1,000 trees and 20,000 plants from 251 species? To me, that's just disaster waiting to happen. There's actually something like this in China, in Chengdu City. The project was completed in September 2019 and it's been more than 1 year, but only a few owners have moved in. The problem is insects and mosquitoes love the plants and they invaded the whole building. Let's just watch this video real quick. Apart from insects, plants actually grow. They are like human beings. They get bigger and their roots may over time pierce through the concrete. It may raise structural issues. This brings us to the next problem. It's likely to cost an arm and a leg to maintain the vertical forest each year. You need to trim the trees, maybe fix up the concrete if it gets penetrated by the plants, get rid of the mosquitoes. You do not want to take the risk. The next issue is the valuation. It is a little bit unclear how the bank valuer is going to do the valuation because they have no comparable sales. Usually a bank valuer needs to determine the value of your property based on a second-hand sale of similar properties. So with this property, there will be no second-hand sale, so there will be no similar properties which look like this. The only ones they can find will be ordinary boring apartment units, which will have lower prices. So yeah, I do not quite know how this one will work out. So I think I will avoid it because I do not want to be stuck with an off-the-plan contract which I cannot complete. In one of my videos, I talk about how an investor needs to get lucky to make money really fast. So sometimes I do gamble a bit of my money. I buy speculative stocks and that sort of thing. But buying a property is a large piece of investment. I tend to not want to gamble away a large chunk of my money. For most people, a single property is already more expensive than their net worth. You know how much net asset and equity they have if they sell everything and pay off all their debts. If I am spending more than 10% of my net worth, I prefer to spend it on something which is safe. It may go up only slowly, but I want it to be really safe. So for this reason, I do not intend on buying a hamburger in this hamburger making machine. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe so you can help spread the word. Disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only. It is not intended to suggest that urban forest is not a great investment. It may still be a great investment, but I just don't know and that's why I am not personally buying it.